Hello everybody, I am making another tier list. Well, I already did make it a long time ago. Obviously Friday the 13th I have no life, I only play this game. Well, I used to play this game only. And my tier list is done. I'm just gonna throw it here. Talk about some of the perks, not all of them because some of them I just don't care to talk about because I honestly do not remember what they do, and I don't even own the game right now on my PlayStation. It's not ready to be played. I don't have it installed. So this is just gonna be like me here talking about some of the perks which I do like and why do I like them, why do I prefer them over other perks, and obviously just my opinion. People can think otherwise, they might have very different opinions about these perks, but I just want to make this tier list because I noticed that I had this tier list ready on my PlayStation. I was like, oh, I remember making this, but yeah, here it is. Like you guys can see, there's quite a lot of perks in the last tier, and I was thinking I'm gonna talk about the C tier and up because the D tier and E tier, they are like perks I never use. I don't remember them. I honestly don't remember what they mean, most of them, because I never used them. I mean, I when I look at the icons, I know pretty much, but some of them I don't remember the names and all that. So I don't care to talk about those. They're not that important, and I wouldn't recommend using any of those unless you like to play a more stealthy way or you want to do fun builds. But C tier and up are actually like quite fun and good perks. So begin with, there is escape artist, so you can just escape from Jason's grab easier. Can be good, can be useless depending on the survivor. Someone like Vanessa it can really help because it takes her a long time to try to escape. But someone who has quick escape like Jenny, it's not that like needed, but it can also help a lot. It can boost the already good skill. So it's a good perk. Not the best, not the worst. It's in the middle pretty much. Yeah, it's okay. Then his tinker and repair speed is like better, quicker. So you just repair things quicker, like the car, put the battery in quicker and all that. It can fuck you up though, because if you are not good with skill checks, this might be a really bad perk for you. For example, if you play as Tiffany, and she has really small like the skill check time, so you need to press quickly, and if the timer is already quick because of the perk, it can really mess your game up. But it can also help if you play as someone like Tommy, AJ, someone who is good at repairing, so it can boost that a lot. Next is Slugger, and it basically means you make more damage and you start with a baseball bat, and that's actually quite good. I don't know why I put it that low back in the time. I think that's actually quite a good perk, but I guess it's because of the fact that well, the Jason rage thing, you cannot stun after the rage, so I guess that's why I put it that low back in the time. But otherwise it's really good perk and I would recommend using it. I never really used it, I don't know why, but that's actually, when I think about it, quite good. Next is this perk, which name I'm not gonna say. Obviously in the C tier, the med spray perk. You start with the med spray and it heals you more, but you take more damage. Yeah, it sounds okay, right? But you take more damage, so that's why I'm gonna put it higher. It's a good perk, but I don't know. It's like I never use it because I have like that certain type of build I always use. And obviously if you take more damage, that's never a good thing. That's like one thing you want to avoid in this game. But because it heals you more, it is good. So that's why it's in the middle pretty much. And yeah, I would recommend taking it if you have a good version of it. Take it, for real. I recommend. Next there's Ice Cold, and basically you have no corpse fear. If you find a dead body, your character doesn't really fear it and all that. But the negative thing about the perk is that the sprint speed goes down. And I think this perk is way too high. I don't know why I put it this high. I think it should be lower than C tier. It is okay. If you want to do this again like a stealth build, there you go. Good or okay perk for it. but it's not the best. And next is my dad's a cop, and cops come quicker if you call them. Only if you call them, which is not always going to be the case. And car speed goes down, so you kind of need to like make sure you're the one calling the cops and make sure you don't use the car. And if you use the car, make sure it's a Jason who cannot really catch up quick, because then you might be in trouble. Next is firecracker. Basically, you start with firecrackers, their radius and noise both get up. And I think this is a good perk. Maybe even higher. I actually like this quite a lot. Especially if you're not good with looting, this perk is gonna be really fun. If you forget where the looting spots are and all that. And if you're not quick with looting, this is a good perk. So, I would recommend taking it. And next is Night Owl, and it basically means that your darkness sphere goes down. So if it's dark, Jason cuts the power out, your character doesn't get so scared. It's good perk. It's not the best, it's not the worst. But again, sprint speed goes down, which is never a good thing, so that's why it cannot be higher. And lastly, there's Thrasher, and axe damage goes up, and melee stun goes down. It's okay, it's not the best, but you need to remember that only axe damage goes up. So you need to be using axes, which is kind of like makes your choices limited, right? So it's not that great. But it is good, it's not bad at all. But I wouldn't put it higher. But only thing I would put lower in this case is the ice cold, because it's a little bit too high considering you don't find corpses all the time, plus sprint speed goes down, which is never a good thing. In the B tier, there is first Restful, which makes your stamina regen quicker, so basically you get your stamina back quicker, and this is a really good perk if you have a good version of it, especially then. But your sprint speed goes down while using this perk. But honestly, this can save your life, this perk. And I don't know why I have put it only in B tier. I think it should be in A tier, but if I would change this, I would put it higher. Same with the next perk with Sneak, is because I like that perk. It basically lets you vault windows faster, but you take a little bit more damage. If you have a good version of this, this is really good. It helps you a lot, can save your life so many times. It has saved my life so many times. I recommend this perk so much. So good. I would put it higher, just like the first perk in B tier. I don't know why I put them like this. I guess because of the negative side, because if you take more damage and your sprint speed goes down, they are not good things. Next is Marathon, and that is again a perk I would put higher, maybe even in S tier. Marathon is really good, maybe even in S tier. Basically, it gives you extra stamina, but your sprint speed goes down. But extra stamina is never a bad thing. And if you have a good version of this perk, it can be so useful, so heckin' useful. I'm telling you, this perk. Obviously, I cannot tell if it has saved my life or not, but I think it has. Lastly, there's Swift Attack, and it gives you quicker attack speed, but the damage is worse. I think it deserves a spot in B tier, not higher, not lower. In A tier, there's first Sucker Punch. Basically, melee stun goes up, so the chances you stun Jason gets higher, but your sprint speed goes down. And this is one of my favorite perks of all time. Really fun, and it used to be even more useful before the Rage update for Jason, but this is a great perk. Next is Man at Arms. Basically means weapon durability goes up, so the weapon doesn't break so easily. And the negative side is that melee stun chances go down. And I think I put this a little bit too high. This probably deserves a spot in B tier. I'm not sure. It's like between A and B tier. It is okay, actually pretty good perk. But then again, melee stun is one of the important things which can save your life too. So if that goes down, it's not that like a good thing. Lastly, there's Heavy Hitter, and it basically means that bat stun time goes up. So if you use a baseball bat, the stun time is longer. but the stamina regen goes down, so you don't get stamina back so quick. And this is way too high. I don't know why I put it in A tier. Max B tier for this perk. It is good, but you need to use baseball bat, and you don't always have a baseball bat at hand, so the perk is useless at that point. So, if you want to use this perk, make sure you have a baseball bat. So, yeah. In S tier, there's first off medic, which gives you 2 uses out of 1 spray. So if you have 3 sprays in your inventory, obviously you have only 3 slots in your inventory, so you cannot carry many items. But if you use medic perk, you get 6 uses if you have 3 sprays, so it's like doubling, which is so useful. Plus you get like more healing out of 1 spray, so it's good. Like each spray gives you more healing, that's what I mean. But the negative side is that you take a little bit more damage, but you can deal with that, especially if you combine it with thick skinned. And thick skinned basically just makes it that you don't take that much damage from things you do, like jump through a broken window, Jason hits you. Those don't do that much damage, so it's so useful. Like, I don't understand who wouldn't use this. And also the negative side of thick skinned is that you stumble, and you can deal with that. Stumbling is not that big of a problem. So these 2 perks I recommend using always. Always. These are so good. Like, I always use them. They're so good. But this is the tier list. Obviously I didn't talk through all the perks. I just talked through the ones I think are useful and I would recommend for people after I have like too much time playing this game. Way too much time playing this game. But yeah,